10 London attractions that are overrated. London is a city that is rich in both history and culture. As a result, there are a great many places of interest that are deserving for our attention, particularly if this is our first trip to the capital of the United Kingdom. However, there are a lot of tourist destinations that have turned into scams that take advantage of travellers like us. These are the tourist destinations that are not frequented by locals because they are seen to be overrated or costly. People who live in the area will be more than happy to provide recommendations about other places to visit that offer better value for both your time and money. The following are a few of London's most well-known tourist attractions that, in our opinion, are overrated. 10. Greenwich, the Royal Observatory and the Prime Meridian. The Prime Meridian in Greenwich is the line that is assigned to divide the Western Hemisphere from the Eastern Hemisphere. This line is also utilised for navigational purposes. Since, a matter of fact, it is no longer correct as the genuine Prime Meridian has been determined to be 334 feet to the east of the Greenwich Meridian Line, according to contemporary statistics. As a result, the steel sign that is meant to represent the arbitrary line that stretches from the North Pole to the South Pole no longer matches the GPS. This line connects the two poles and runs between north towards south. Instead, pay a visit to the Old Royal Naval College, which is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Both the National Maritime Museum and the stunning Painted Hall are excellent places to go if you're interested in learning more about London's past. 9. Harrods. It is nearly impossible to think of London without thinking about Harrods, and as a result, travellers are driven to it like a moth to a flame. Although it is a treat for the eyes, residents of London will likely agree that the prices of the things here are excessive. Because things at Harrods are more costly than those found in other shopping malls, the locals go there to enjoy looking at the merchandise but don't really purchase anything. It is recommended that you go to Regent Street if you are searching for a shopping and eating experience that is both enjoyable and rewarding. It is home to a large number of landmark stores and businesses that are guaranteed to satisfy your demands in terms of fashion, health and lifestyle. After a long day of shopping, you'll be glad to know that the neighbourhood is filled with restaurants that have won prestigious awards and can satisfy any hunger you could have. 8. Oxford Street, the heart of Soho. Stay away from Oxford Street in Soho if you don't appreciate being in the midst of hundreds of people moving in all different directions. Although it is often listed on lists of shopping destinations in London, this location does not provide a very compelling shopping experience. Due to the large number of people, the streets are crowded and it is probable that you may get separated from your partner as a result of the general commotion. The shops here have outlets in other regions of London, therefore it is not essential to travel to Oxford. You might also head to Bond Street, which is a far less hectic and more tranquil retail centre. There are luxury boutiques and antique shops that sell perfumes, jewels and leather products of the highest possible quality. 7. Leicester Square. Another place that locals would caution you to avoid going to if you are a visitor is Leicester Square. The tickets to the movie theatre are rather expensive, coming in at £40 each. The cuisine at the neighbouring restaurants is not very noteworthy, and you will not have the opportunity to see your favourite performers during premieres. The M&M shop is wonderful, but you can buy M&Ms at pretty much any store in the world. Therefore, rather of going to the Leicester Theatre, you should go to any other theatre in the area where the ticket prices are more affordable. Visit the Regent Street Cinema, the original location of London's repertory cinema, to see a diverse selection of films appropriate for audiences of all ages and types. Since the Regent was the first theatre to exhibit moving pictures, going there will not only allow you to experience motion films, but it will also give you a sense of history. 6. Piccadilly Circus. Do not be misled by the term Piccadilly Circus, since there are neither bands nor a circus to be found there. When you glance around, you will see that this region is essentially a bustling traffic intersection that is encircled by enormous billboards that primarily function as advertising. The only reason to go to this location is to view the famous billboards, since it was one of the most costly advertising locations in the world. Other than that, it is not worth your time. Instead, you could go to Trafalgar Square and have a look at the many monuments and sculptures that are located in the open public space there. Additionally, here is where the National Gallery of Art and the National Portrait Gallery may be found. Because none of the two galleries you visit has an entrance charge, you can expect your excursion to be easy on your pocketbook. Also at 5, London Eye. The London Eye is undoubtedly one of the most well-known tourist destinations in the nation. It is essentially a very huge Ferris wheel that provides passengers with the bird's-eye perspective of the City of London. It is on our list of things that are overrated, since waiting in line for the tickets takes a lot of time, and then there is another amount of time spent waiting in line for the ride itself. If you just have a few days to spend in London, it is not worth your time to make the trip. Visit the Sky Garden if you are searching for a spot to get a bird's-eye view of the city from a high vantage point. In the middle of the indoor equivalent of a tropical rainforest, you will be given a bird's-eye perspective of London. From this vantage point, you can view practically the whole town and its most famous landmarks, such as the Shard and the Thames. The fact that the Sky Garden is accessible at no cost is without a doubt the most attractive feature of this attraction. 4. Perspective from within the Shard. In a manner similar to that of the London Eye, the perspective from atop the Shard is grossly overstated. Going to the top of a really tall structure and gazing out over the city is essentially what this excursion entails. If you are searching for a magnificent panorama of the city, there is no reason to travel to the Look from the Shard and spend up to $38 per individual for tickets, despite the fact that it is the tallest building that has ever been built in London. Primrose Hill and the Tate Modern Switch House are two examples of popular tourist destinations that do not charge admission fees. They also feature granola bars where you can place orders for meals at reasonable prices, and you can appreciate the other sites that are located in the vicinity of these for a fraction of the money that you will end up spending at the Shard. 3. This is the O2 Arena. If a performance is being hosted in the O2 Arena in London, it is universally acknowledged to be one of the most enjoyable venues to attend in the city. It is possible that going to the arena at any other time would be a waste of time and money. There are several alternatives for entertainment and eating, but most of them are booths that charge exorbitant prices for food that is just average. Camden Market is the place to go if you're looking for a festival-like atmosphere that is suitable for families and is easier to get to than other similar events. Camden Market is home to a number of small shops that offer a wide variety of goods, from apparel to souvenirs. The cuisine that is offered here at stalls comes in a broad range, and you could find that the ethnic food that you order to go is far more satisfying than the meal that you paid too much for. 2. Buckingham Palace. It is a common piece of advice that tourists who are in London should make every effort to see the changing of the guard at Buckingham Palace. It lasts for around half an hour and includes performances by the military band at various points. On the other hand, this is overrated, since not only is it a straightforward ceremony, but also because, to the big crowds, it's possible that you won't be able to view all of it. You will get more out of your time if you go to Windsor Castle instead. You have the opportunity to take a tour of the castle and explore its many chambers and rooms, as well as its art collection and museum, and to wander around its beautiful gardens. The good news is that in addition to this, they have their very own changing of the guard ceremony, which means that you won't be missing out on anything significant from its counterpart at Buckingham Palace. 1. Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. Madame Tussauds comes in the end on our selection of overrated places in London. Despite the fact that it is unique in that it is a well-known wax museum, it is, in fact, nothing more than that. It is mostly comprised of wax statues that are likenesses of well-known people, and not much more. There are a lot of people and the lines are really lengthy. It is strongly recommended that you pay a visit to the Natural History Museum. You'll get the opportunity to see objects that are significant to the history and culture of London. You will get a greater appreciation for the flora and fauna of London, along with the improvements used in order to maintain scientific initiatives viable by visiting the exhibitions and events that are held around the city. London's entire fame rests on its tourist attractions. There's a wide variety of excellent museums and art galleries, and admission to most of them is completely free. London is full with historic sites and buildings. However, the City of London is not unique in having these costly and overhyped tourist attractions. As a rule, they are capitalizing on their past glories or conforming to the latest standardized fashion, and it's best you avoid them. Thank you for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and turn on the notification bell. This is Learning Canteen.